Hi friends, welcome to Learn with TD. So today we are going to discuss about organizing objects which is in the outliner, and we are organizing that to a display layer. Okay, so we'll be creating a new display layer, and after that we'll put stuff according to their namings, the object namings. So let's get started. So okay guys, let's get started. So I have created a small scene file which we are having four spheres, four boxes, and four torus. Okay, so I have renamed all these accordingly. So ball red, green, blue, black. That will be the all balls, and boxes I have created with the same name: box red, green, blue, black. And this torus I have renamed as the ring. So ring red, green, blue, black, so etc. So we are gonna what do we say? So here, if you are going over here, you can see that display layers is there. So we are gonna create as per the category. So we are having ball category and the box category and the ring category. So we are gonna create three display layers over here, and we'll be adding all these objects to that particular display layer. And so that will be the tutorial for the whole session. Okay, so let's get started. First we will import the pyml. So I'm using pyml in this tutorial, so let's get started. Dot code SEM. So you might be noticed that we are getting this pop-up which we are having all this information, and command completion is also there. Okay, so for example, if you are clicking like pm dot, so all we are getting all these attributes. So how can you get that? So for that you have to go to commands, and in command you have to check on all this except the quick help. If you want, you can use the quick help also, it doesn't matter. So what this, it will show the line number over here. Okay, if you turn off this, the line number won't be there. If you turn on, the line number will be there. Use tab for indent. So instead of spaces, it will use tab as for indenting. So indenting is very important in Python, so use this option also. So auto close braces, like if you are opening braces, it will automatically close. Such kind of stuff will be doing this. And command completion, this is very important. This will be your command will be completed. Auto suggestions will be there if you on this command completion. And object path completion, it's same like command completion only. And show tooltip help. So in this tooltip help, that is what you see, like all the flags and everything will be displayed. So if you turn on all these things, you don't really need to go to help and check those. Okay, so we have imported our pyml object. Okay, so first what we will be requiring is to get all the top level transform nodes. Okay, so in Maya we have, for every object we have a transform node and a shape node. Okay, so this will be the transform node and this is the shape node. Okay, so what in transform node, what it is like, it will be the position of that object in the world space. So that is called a transform node. And the shape node is what? Is where the object's details, the shape of that object, what characteristics it is having, everything is explained in the shape node. Okay, so we'll be having two different nodes for a same object. So that will be a transform node and a shape node. Okay, so it's just a general information for you guys. Okay, so what we will be requiring is, like, we want to list out all these things. So we want to list out all these things. Okay, so for that we have a command called ls command. Okay, this is very important. Ls command will be using throughout the coding process in Maya, because it lists out things, the objects inside Maya. Okay, so in Pythonically we can list out all the objects through ls command. So so this is the documentation for this thing. So you can easily go to command documentation. So the Safari will be opening. Okay, so these are all the flags for this thing, this ls command. So these very fine examples are also there. You can go through that. So what each and every flag you can try it out, because it's a short of time, because we have that much time to go through all these things. So mainly we can get like assemblies which we'll be using now. Okay, and get the list of cameras, which all the cameras available in the scene, in the Maya scene. Okay, so the containers, DAG objects, you can get that, and like geometry, all the meshes information you can get, and invisible items you can get. Okay, and the light information you can get. How many lights are there in the scene file? You can get the list of that. All the materials which been used in the scene file, and such. It's a very detailed documentation is available with this thing, so you can easily refer to that. ls is very powerful command, and we'll be using that very often. Okay, so so here we'll go for the assemblies. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll assign this to a variable. Assembly. Okay, so let's run this, what we'll get. Okay, so we have run, so no errors are there, so we gotta print this. Okay, so we got everything like transformation, perspective, top, front, side. These are the cameras. Okay, and these are the ball red, ball green, ball blue, and all these objects we got from this to this we got in this assemblies command. Okay, so now what will we do? We actually don't want this perspective, top, front, and side. Okay, so if you want, you can take that, but it is not required as of now. Okay, so what will we do is like, we'll create a exempt list. Okay, so which we don't want in that. Okay, exempt list equal to, put it down so you can easily see, exempt list equal to, so we'll be creating a list. Okay, so in the list, first thing is like perspective, top, front, oh sorry, front, side. Sorry. So these are the four things which we don't want. So we are keeping it that an exemption list. Okay. So you can give any name to this variable, doesn't matter. So only that we are assigning this variable name. This is a list. Okay. So we have created a list. So what will we do is like, so here we will loop through each and every assemblies, and we will check whether that is present in this list or not. If that is not present, we will append that to another list, a new list. So we have to create a new list here now. Okay, so this is like all assembly. Okay, so all assembly, this is an empty list, there is nothing in that, this is a empty list. Okay, so we are gonna append all these assemblies which it is not in this list. Okay, so for that we will be doing is like, for each, oh sorry, for each assembly in assembly. Okay, okay, so you are getting like this thing as a blue because Maya is having a default command called assembly, so that is the reason it is showing as blue, so we cannot use this assembly naming. So yeah, when you are doing coding in Maya, exceptly in Maya, it's in both in Python and Maya also, there are some keywords which we cannot use as a variable name. Okay, that will be conflicting with the internal commands of Maya as well as Python. Okay, so for Python, you cannot use for as a variable name, or in as a variable name, or a and as a variable name. So that Maya is having default commands. So assembly is one of them. So uh, we have to rename this. Okay, so what we'll do okay, so we can rename this like this. Okay, so that will work. This will work. Okay, everything will work. Okay, so we are done with that line. So the next thing, we have to check whether each assembly is present in this or not. If only, you should be moving forward if that is not present in the XML list. So for that, what will you do is like, if each assembly not in, we'll copy this and paste it over here to save time. So what this line is like, we are taking each and every item from this list. Okay, this is, we are getting this as a list. You can see it over here. This is coming as a list. Okay, so we'll take the first item, and we are checking that it is not present in this list. Okay, if it is not present in list, it will go down. So what will we do is like, we will append those items to this empty array. So how will you do that? So for appending, you have to do is like, for adding, you have to do is like dot append. So this, so we have added each assembly to this all assemblies list. Okay, so
it's 15 hours.
So what will we do is like, we'll run this. So no errors are there. So if we print out these all assemblies, you can see that. So now the cameras are not there. The perspective, top, front and side are not available in the list. So this is the final assembly list that we want to process actually. Okay. So you can see that all the transformation balls are there, boxes are there, a ring is there, black, red, green, blue, black, or the four rings are there, boxes and balls are there. Okay. So the next step is what? So we want to create display layers actually. Okay, so here you can see that we have ball, that is 4 of the count is there. Okay, so that can be added as a category. Okay, the boxes are there, we want to add this as a category, and we have to this ring is there, we have to do this as a category. Okay, so what we will do is like, we have to get all those and we have to create a list for that, for the categories list. So we will be doing is like, so category will be renaming as cata, and this will be a empty string. Okay, so we want to add all the categories to this. Okay, so in here what we'll be doing next is like, so we have to go through this list once again. This list, we have to go through this list once again. So we will be like, for each, okay, so each, so this is the category, right? So each cata in all assemblies. See, I'm not going to type all these things because to save time, we'll be copying and pasting all those stuffs. So it's just about the logic, what we should be doing. Okay, so you'll get the first item. So see, in this name, if you are looking into, it is divided by an underscore. Okay, so in generally what we'll do in Maya for the naming structure, so what we'll do is like, we will mostly split it by underscores. Okay, so there is a function in Python, so we can cut that underscore and we can get it as a list. Okay, so there is a function called like that. So what we will do is like we will split according to this underscore. Okay, so we will be getting a list out of it which will be having two items in it. One will be the type and one will be the color of that. Okay, so what we will do is like we will add two variables and we will use that which data dot split. So with what we are gonna split, we are gonna split with the underscore. Okay, so this function, what this is a string formatting function. Okay, this function what it will be doing is like it will take this underscore and it will cut this, and this will be the 0th index of the string and this will be the first index of the string. So the 0th index will go to the type and the first index will go to the color. Okay, so the next thing, this what we will do is like we will collect all this type to the category. Okay, so for that we will do is like cata dot append, because that is a string, so we are gonna append all the types. Okay, type. I'm gonna clear the output window and we're gonna run this. Okay, so we got the list, no errors are there. So if we print out the list, see, now the thing is that we have ball 1 2 3 4 instances of ball, and we have 4 instances of box, and we have 4 instances of ring. Okay, so actually this is duplicate of the same, the first item, and this is duplicate of the, okay, so many duplicates are there. So we want to remove all those duplicates. Okay, so what we'll be doing is like we will assign all those duplicates, we will remove all those duplicates and we will assign to another variable. So final category will be set of cata. Okay, so this set function is a built-in function with Python. So this set function will remove all the duplicates which is present in that list. Okay, but this will be coming as a set. So we want to convert, but we want a list. Finally, we want a list. Okay, so we have to convert this list, this set to a list. So for that we will be doing so what this line is doing is like we are taking this category which is a list. Okay, we are removing all the duplicates using the set function, and we are converting again that to a list. Okay, so this is a list, we will be getting back this as a list. So if we run this, okay, we will run that, and after that if you print those things, we are only having 3 categories, which is like the balls, the boxes and the rings, which is the ball is there, box is there, ring is there. So we have removed all the duplicates. So based on this final category, we will be creating the display layers over here, and we will be appending all those things to this display layers. Okay, so for that what we'll be doing is like, so first we have to create the display layers. Okay, we'll go for that first. So first we'll be looping the final category and we'll be adding that to a display layer. So which cata in final cata. So okay, so now we have what is the name of that list to be created over here. So how will you create a display layer? For that you have a function called pm dot create display layer. Okay, so this is the reason why we have already turned on the command completion. Okay, so that we don't need to type everything. I have only typed that create D. So the autocomplete came, I click on enter, so it automatically completed over here. Okay, so for this I have to give a name. Okay, so name equal to what will be like this, the name should be like balls or box or ring. So this balls and boxes and rings are there in this list, and we are taking the each item. So this will be the name of our display layer. And so if we have to be very careful that when creating a display layer, either we have to select something in the viewport and you create a display layer, or the layer should be empty. When we are doing it in Python, it should be empty. Empty equal to true. I'll do one thing. I'll just because nothing is there, you can see it over here. Okay, so it's a simple scene. So I'm clearing it off, and I'm running this. Okay, so we got three display layers over here, which is ball, ring, and box. Actually, nothing is there right now in this. We have to add all these items to this display layers. Okay, so this is our first step. So we are clearing it off, the display layers. Okay, so we have automatically created. So now the next step is like we want to add all these balls and boxes and the rings which is present with the different colors to each of the category display layers. Okay, for that what we will be doing is like we have to loop over the objects. So where are these objects? So these objects are like all assemblies. We are having all these items in all assemblies. Okay, so we're gonna loop over here. Okay, so we are going to loop inside this. So because this item, it is the category which the category, each category will be taking, and we are creating a single line. Okay, so if we want to look into this, what till this part, you can break the code, the running code or the loop by using the break function. Okay, so if you run like this, only the first item will be created. Okay, the box are done right now. Okay, so the box layer is created. The next step is like we want to add all these boxes to this box layer. Okay, so for that what we'll be doing is like we are gonna loop each and every items in all assemblies. Okay, for that each assembly in all assembly, each assembly in all assembly. Okay, so the next thing is that we have to check whether, so if you want to list, okay, list is not there. Okay, what will we do is like we'll print out these all assemblies, so you will be able to know it. Okay, so here if you see that ball underscore red. Okay, so every object which is a ball, which is a sphere. Okay, the first item is ball underscore the color. Okay, so every item is ball. Okay, these squares are defined as boxes and the torus as rings. Okay, so based on this naming, we are gonna categorize, and we are gonna add it to that particular category. So for that, what we'll be doing is like we'll be using a function in Python which is a string formatting function, which we use is like we have two types of functions for that. One is starts with and the other is ends with. I'll explain what it is. Okay, so if each assembly dot starts with, so starts with is like whichever that string is starting with the string which is provided over here. Okay, so what will we do is like we can like say apple. Okay, so if this assembly which is like if for example if you are taking this all this as a fruits. Okay, so all assemblies are fruits. Okay, if this assembly name, that is means each assembly will be like apple, oranges, and so the first item, let's see, it's orange apple. Okay, apple underscore something. Okay, if this is checking that if each assembly, that is the first item from this array, that is starting with apple, if that is true, it will go to this function. If it is false, actually it will go to the else, but we don't need else, we will that skip it over there. Okay, so what will we do? It will be checking with if it is starting with apple. Okay, for this situation, this is not. If it is starting with the category name, so this is the category name. So we will copy this and we'll paste it over here. Okay, so this will be the category name. So if each of the assembly item is starting with the category, okay, so that will be added to that category list. Okay, so sorry, that will be added to the display layer with the category name. Okay, so for that we have, from on this process we have already created the display layer over here. Okay, and we are trying to add all these items to that display layer. Okay, so for that what we'll be doing is like, so for that the command is pm dot edit display layer members. Okay, so for this, if you go to the help for this command documentation, for this command documentation, there are only two flags for this. One is full name and no resource. So here display layer members is like, this is the display layer name and this is the item to be added to this display layer. Okay, so for that we want two main things. One is that we want the display layer name and we want the item to be added to that display layer. Okay, so we'll be adding, so what will be the display layer name? So each kata will be the display layer name. So we'll be adding this, and what is to be added? Each assembly item is to be added if that assembly item is sorry guys, okay, if each assembly item is starting with the category name. Okay, so that is it, we are done with our script. If you run this script, okay, no errors are there. Okay, so if you minimize this, so this is the ball category. If you turn off the visibility, the ball category will be turned off. This is the ring category, the ring is turning off, and the box category, and the box category is turned off. Okay, so this is how we add individual objects which are present in the outliner and to a sublet display layers. Okay, so this is only an example. Actually the logic is explained over here. So this logic can be implemented whatever items, whatever your script, I mean whatever it is there in your script, you can use this logic, and based on this logic you can build scripts on this. Okay, so whatever it is, so in production what we'll be doing is like, all the meshes will be having underscore mesh or msh, such kind of naming conversion will be there. Okay, so if you want to categorize all those meshes and put it in the display layer, this is how you do it. Okay, so right now what we did is like, we categorized based on the first namings of this objects. Okay, so this is starting with balls, boxes and rings. So we categorized three categories, and we made three display layers, and we added all those objects to that display layer. So we can use the same example using colors also. So all the red color ball should be categorized in the red, and all the green color should be category. So here we will be having four categories. Okay, red, green, blue and black, that is repeating all together. Okay, so we can category based on this. So right now, in for that what you do is like, we have used starts with. Okay, so you can use it like ends with the color name you can use. So for this, each category will be like final category. So when you are creating the final category, you split with uh, underscore, and you first, right now we have taken the type, so you have to take the color and create a list over here, and after that you have to append through that. So I'm not showing that in this video. You can try it out. So the assignment will be like, you can categorize based on the red, green, blue or black, and this function is anywhere, it is not hard coded. So whatever you put it, like if a underscore b, okay, that will be organized, the display layer will be creating with the name a. So whatever in this naming format, so whatever you give in this, it will automatically take and create a display layer. So this is how you use, and this is how you create a display layer in Maya and organize things like this. Okay, so all the codes will be there in my GitHub page. You can, I'll be putting a link in the description. Okay, you can go over there and you can check the description, and all the codes and everything will be, I'll be putting comments. Actually I haven't put any comment here, so what and everything, so all those things will be there in my GitHub page, and I'll be putting this Maya scene file also in the GitHub page, if in case you can download that, and you can run the script, which this is a pre-built scene file, so you can directly take this scene file and put it in your local drive and open it in Maya and run the script which I have provided in the GitHub page. It will work seamlessly. Okay, so that's all for today. So in the next video, what we'll be doing is like, we'll be, now we have created a display layer over here. Okay, so in the next video, what will we do is like, we'll apply the same logic and we'll create groups in the outliner, and we'll be passing all these common, like all these balls to that group, and these boxes to that box group, and the rings to that ring group. Okay, so that is for the next video. Until then, goodbye.